And we're live. Hello. Hello, actors. Okay, so let's see. Hello. Who's here? I see one person. Who are you? Let me know who you are. I wonder why I can't always see everyone who joins in. That's so interesting. So interesting to me. I gotta talk to YouTube about that. Who's here? Who's here? Let me know. I see. Hi, Levi. How are you? Welcome back. Welcome back. Yes. Great. I'm waiting for some more actors. Get some water. Stay hydrated. I know they said we shouldn't drink ice cold stuff, but I just needed it today. I've been drinking warm stuff for the whole time now. Warm water, warm tea. Okay. Hello, welcome. Who just joined in? Who's here? Say hello. I know. Hello. Say hello. Let me know who's here. Who's joining in? Eric, what up? Hello. Thank you for coming in. I hope you get some good stuff out of it. I got to talk to you about something too. Text me later. I want to ask you a question. I want to make you do the Actors Challenge I've been doing on Instagram Live, if you're up for that challenge. Thanks for coming in. Who else is here? I want to get started. Let's see. Okay. Good. I'm excited about this lesson. Who's here? Say hello. I see someone else just joined. This is great. Well, I'm going to get started and see who joins in. They can always play back, you know. I don't like a tardy actor. So whoever's not here, they're going to have to do it in playback. Today's lesson is about, this webinar today is about endowment, how to endow. I looked it up before I started writing out my lesson this morning. I looked it up. The noun is an attribute. Endow. Endowment is an attribute of mind or body, a gift of nature. And I think, we've heard that term that, someone well endowed, she's, he, she, well endowed. So that's just like a gift of nature, an attribute of mind or body. The verb is what I'm going to be dealing with. The verb to furnish. It says, as with some talent, faculty, or quality, to equip. And so that's the endowment that I'm dealing with, to endow. As an actor, when you're asked to endow something, you must place an emotional investment in that object, situation, or moment, so that it has meaning, it can't just be, everything needs specificity. Things should be very, very particular to the actor, the life of the actor, and the life of the character. So when you're asked to endow something, it means to give it an emotional investment and something that means something to you personally. Okay. Your level of believability is vital. Because if you don't believe the circumstances, where you are, what you're doing, how are you going to get us, your recipients, to believe that, to believe you? So your level of believability has to be through the roof. It has to be so spot on. And again, it heightens the stakes. The stakes are what you establish, what's to gain if you meet your objective, and what's to lose if you don't. What the mission or the goal of the character, your objective. Okay. Um, how you deal with properties such as heat, alcohol. For instance, chances are you won't have a piping hot cup of coffee from take to take, but you have to make us believe that it's a hot cup of coffee. Does that make sense? That's one way, that's one aspect of endowing something. You have to believe, you have to remember what it's like to have a very hot cup of coffee, so that it informs how you take the cup of coffee. You feel the heat, how it hits your lip, how the steam rises up, how you may blow on the top of it, how you place your lips on the tip of the cup. Because if it has to know, we have to know that that's a hot cup of coffee, whether it's hot or not, on set or on stage, because it's probably, preset or something on stage, so it's not going to be hot. Okay, so you have to bring that with you, right? Does that make sense? um it is make believe, but you have to make us believe. That's really cool. I love that statement. Make believe, and you have to make us believe through your belief system. Okay. um I've been working with this brilliant actress, Deirdre McDowell, and she's playing Eartha Kitt. And she's so brilliant. She's a brilliant actress. And she does it like, for instance, I asked her to walk around the set and just touch everything, touch all your props, and endow them with something. Endow them, make an emotional investment in everything you touch, so that everything is connected. It may evoke a need, it evokes a sensation when you really place an investment on your props. And I say that to all the actors I work with. You got to touch everything that you touch, so that it means something in your hand, so that it brings something up. And she does it when she's drinking champagne. Now, is she drinking champagne? Absolutely not, but you believe that she is, for sure. There's a moment where she puts on lipstick in a mirror. There is no mirror on stage. There's lipstick, but she doesn't smear it on. She pretends that she does, because she knows the sensation of how her lips move when she feels the oil spread and the color spread across her lips. We believe that she's applying a new layer of lipstick. I remember, after we were doing rehearsal, I was like, "What is the phone?" She said, "It's my grandma." And when you see the show, watch what happens every time she picks up the phone to dial it or to answer it. The audience feels it and they react. I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to give it away as to exactly what happens, but it's endowed. Just her picking up the phone, dialing it, or answering it. She says, "That's my grandma." Boom, just that simple. And it brings something to that moment. Trust. Okay. So again, what you believe and what you feel about everything is vital. Okay. Um, there's a lot of recall when you're in endowment, such as how you felt when you burned yourself, how you felt when you cut yourself, how you felt when someone punched you in the gut or slapped you in the face, because most likely these things will not really happen. Of course, they will not happen when you're on set. You're not, nobody's going to cut you. Nobody's going to punch you with full force. It's all choreographed. It's all staged. You have to bring that believability with you. You get that? This is a powerful lesson. It's short and sweet, but you really want to get that. You want to believe that these things are happening, and you have to recall what it felt like and how it made you feel when these things actually happened to you. What else did I put? So there's physical endowment. I wrote how to turn water into wine. Like, again, are you going to be drinking wine on stage? No, but it's probably going to be like grape juice or cranberry juice. When you see a scene and they're drinking wine, white wine could be apple juice with water in it. You know, you have to pull in that sensation and the taste. Recall the taste of the wine and how it feels going down. Again, we kind of spoke about that in sensorial, you know, because once you take the drink, or a shot of whiskey is a different, it's a different sensation than sipping on wine, right? So you want to be, again, aware of these things. Mo, hola chica. Who's Dance with Jay? Who is that? What's your name? Okay. So be aware. There's a physical endowment, there's psychological endowment, there's emotional endowment. Reaching for the phone. Jeff, yes, hey, good to see you here. Reaching for the phone. Is it like using your five senses? It's a part of that. It's definitely a part of that, for sure. For sure. It's all relative. It's all relative in using your instrument. Like I said, endowing, it's about recall, you know, how you felt in those moments. If you cut even a paper cut, you know, oh, you know, a splinter. If you know, you got to remember what these things feel like, because it's not going to really happen on stage. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, endow these moments. You see what I'm saying, Levi? So you must be particular and clear with each object that you touch. Your props, you have to touch them and give them an investment, an emotional investment in what that is to you. Okay. If you guys have missed anything, I'm going to be posting this so you can go back and check out what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how to endow objects and moments with true and particular emotional investments, so that, say, even this pin right here, this pin is so special to me. Like, I don't let people touch these pins. These two pins right here, they have special meaning to me. And when I write with them, you know, I just picking this pin up, I have a special feeling that moves all the way through my fingertips to my heart. You know, I love this pen. I love these pens, and I don't let people write with these pens. Somebody be like, you know, I'll be in class, write my pen. Can I borrow your pen? I'd be like, I got one for you. Boom. You can't. It has special meanings for me. So again, your props should have special meaning for you, whether it's a glass, a pen, a phone, a cup. Oh, even your clothes. You know, your clothes, you can endow your clothes, and it can also bring up a need. Okay. I know Monique, you saw Down to Earth. You know, I was telling them earlier that I had Deirdre walk around the set and touch everything and makes everything something. And so the phone, and you know what happened? Every time she picked up the phone, there was a visceral reaction. And I asked her, I said, what's the phone? And she said, that's my grandma. Boom. So every time she picks up the phone, the audience feels it. They don't know why, but now you do. But check it out. Food, yes, food. Say that your character is chopping an onion. Most likely, I mean, for the most part, I don't think that they would have a real onion because of makeup and stuff like that. I remember having to use a peeled apple for onion because it sounds the same, it looks the same from, distances and angles. And you cut the apple, right? Thanks, Mo. Thank you. You cut the apple as though you're cutting the onion, but you know what the onion does to your eyes, right? Most likely you will not have meat on your stage or anything like that. So you have to remember what a steak smells like, what chicken smells like, So again, yes, it's recall. This tool, and like I said, your clothes, your costumes, you have to endow them with something that you can relate to, whether it's a nice outfit, an outfit that you didn't feel comfortable in, a dirty outfit, you might have to endow it with a bad smell to inform how you feel in it. You know what I'm saying? So remember these things. The details are everything. Take nothing for granted. This tool will give you more to draw from, and like I said, it should go so deep sometimes or whatever, depending, it should create a need. I remember when I was in class, there's this exercise called Lost and Found, where you have to take an object, endow it with something meaningful, and you have to, in the exercise, you have to become aware that it is missing. And the search for it, there's a search for it. And the more places you look and the more you don't find it, it heightens the event and the need starts coming through. And I remember when I did my Lost and Found, it was a necklace, and I endowed it with something my great grandmother gave me, because she lived with us before she passed away. She lived with us for years before she passed away. And connected to that event, I always felt a need for forgiveness because she was right in this house, and I felt like I didn't spend as much time with her as I could have. I was young. I was like, let me see, I was in high school. It was like 15 to maybe 19 or 20 when she lived with us, and she was right in the house. I could have sat with her. I could have gotten some stories. I could have gotten more history. She held so much history that I don't know because I didn't spend those. And I was young, I was hanging out with my friends. I was taking 4 dance classes a day. Yes, with you, Monique. We were hanging out. We were going out after class, and I just come home, fall out to start all over again the next day. And sometimes I would speak with her, and I remember I recorded her voice, asking her questions, in which I'd listen to until I don't even know where that tape is anymore. And that breaks my heart because her voice was on that. So all of that to say is that necklace, when I endowed it with something my grandmother gave me, it created a need for forgiveness. So you have to create these things, right? So I couldn't find the necklace, and it just broke me down, basically. And by the time you find the object that you're looking for, it's such a relief. It's like, it's like you got to feel what the need fulfilled is in that moment to bring it all together. So that's an interesting exercise that I had to do while studying at Black Nexus / Susan Batson Studios. And that was my lesson on how to endow something that may not have as much meaning, but for the character work and developing, I put my great grandmother's energy on that. So I just wanted to share that. That's how it really helped me in terms of creating sensation and need through inanimate objects and props. So pretty much that is my lesson for today. Endowment. If you want to learn more and read up more about it, you could check out this book. Again, I referred to it, Uta Hagen. It's chapter 15. She goes into greater detail than I am. See chapter 15, page 112 in this book. And so that's one of my sources for my knowledge and when I'm doing my own character development. So I hope this helped. If you're around tonight, 7 p.m., tune in to HB Studios. Yeah, HB Studios. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, tune in tonight, 7 p.m. on Instagram, my Marishka Shanice channel. I'm doing another coaching. Yeah. Okay, cool. You study with me too. No, but I know this is their source over there, right? She's amazing. She is amazing. So on my Instagram, Marishka Shanice channel, I'll be quarantine coaching another actor tonight, 7 p.m. Also, hi, Diamondine. I didn't know you were here. Good. Also, let's see. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for tuning in and finding value in what I'm doing here, sharing and spreading the joy for what I do. This is a trying time, and my purpose is to keep art in the forefront of our being and of our spirit. We got to stay connected to what we love to do. You know what I'm saying? So thank you. Next week, I'm going to do a Q&A. So this is your opportunity to ask me anything you want. So if from any of the other lessons, today I believe was my 10th webinar. So if there's anything from the other lessons that you don't understand, next week will be the time to ask if you get what I'm saying. So we could catch up and do Q&A. My scene study classes are going great. I think I have one more slot for this next one. So we're moving forward, and I have some other plans coming up for when we're out of quarantine that I'm devising a new plan for that when, we're able to be back in the same room. And just stay posted. God bless you. Stay well. And stay safe. Stay diligent. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Peace and blessings.